Hi, right, we're here. I think we're here. I don't know if we're here or not. If there's anybody here, post in the chat. I can't get StreamYard to stream to YouTube. There is a technical problem, apparently. Engineers are looking at it. So I'm on the YOLO box live. I can't do it to Facebook on here because I've got to relink all my Facebook because I haven't used it a long time and I just can't remember how to do it. So I'm only on YouTube. Just let me know if you can. If you're there, post in the comments if you're here. I will wait for some comments to arrive. I'll just check on my phone to see if I'm actually streaming because I can't make out with this either. I couldn't set it up properly, but anyway, we're here. So let me just have a little look on YouTube to see if we are here. Whether we're here, I'm getting no chat at all. So there's nobody in the chat. So I don't know whether anybody's here. I can't tell. Oh, finally got you. Right, we're here. Evening. Right, okay. Right, we're here. So there we go. Steve Huntley says, finally got you. Yeah, I've only just managed to set it up. It's been a bit of a nightmare. Evening says Peter Heaps. And Thomas Hines is here as well. Hello, Thomas. He says, hi, Lee. So anybody... Obviously, they were watching on Facebook. They can't now. Martin Armstrong's here. Evening, Lee. I see and hear you loud and clear. Good. Well, this is on the YOLO box, which is a different thing to StreamYard, which isn't working for some unknown reason. It isn't working on there. Stephen Jones says, what a save from Grimmy at the end. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the game last night. I don't know if you've watched my video. Let me know. Post in the comments if you've watched the video and my thoughts on it all. At the end, really. United 7264 says we'll be in the playoffs. Well, we're not even. We need to win the last three, and knowing Blackpool will probably lose at Carlisle on Saturday, and then we got Barnsley, which is another tough one, and then we got Reading away, which is another difficult one, especially if they're fighting for their lives down there. So it's not going to be easy. And we are relying on the other teams as well. But I don't know about you, but I just felt it was a win. I just thought we made it very uncomfortable for ourselves. We had chances. We didn't take them. Obviously, the missed penalty. There was the red card. There's quite a lot of incidents to talk about. I thought it was a red card on CJ. Gary Cronshaw is here. Hello, Gary. How you doing? Hello. Peter Heat says, if not the playoffs, it will come down to away form. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's been so many games, hasn't there, where we've just thrown it away, really. Burton Albion is the one that obviously sticks in my craw more than anything because it was ridiculous how we just lost to Burton Albion. They were not a team in form. They weren't a team playing well. They spent the whole match after they scored hanging on, wasting time, and we just didn't do anything to try and beat them and change the system or anything, and we didn't put enough intensity into it, and it was so frustrating. And just that one game would have us closer. The Wigan game, just, only a couple of weeks ago, we were terrible, and it was ridiculous that we were terrible. It was unbelievable that we didn't play well and beat them. They weren't a good side. Steve Huntley says just scraped it last night. Really not convincing. No. Dalek is highly not the greatest performance, but an improvement on the last two home games. A few squeaky bum times at the end, but a win is a win. Indeed, it was squeaky bum time. We're fortunate that the goal was disallowed. I couldn't see he was offside, but maybe he was. Grimmy, as I say, pulled off a wonder save, but we had the penalty, didn't we? And the red card on CJ Hamilton. I mean, I've gone on a view from the tower, and it just winds me up because there's just wind up people on there all the time saying never a penalty. It was a penalty a million times out of a million. It was a nailed on penalty, and people saying that CJ knocked it too far forward. He only knocked it forward because they fouled him, and as he was going down, he knocked it forward as he was going on. He just put it. He was just nipping it around the keeper, but they took him straight out. It was a definite penalty. Rotherham have been relegated. Yes, I do believe so. The Edgy one says the last two wins have been poor performances. Walks away from the last two feeling deflated even after winning. But is that a good sign? Is that a good sign? If you're winning when you're not playing well, if we can carry on winning for these 3 games, we could, and sneak in the playoffs, we could be playing very, very well and have gotten from nowhere. So we could be the surprise package, but I daren't even dream about it. But we're closer than we were, aren't we? Yeah, Thomas says his was Wigan away. We just didn't show up. No, we didn't. And why didn't we? Against Wigan. They were garbage. And we were even more garbage. Harry Lisco says, we play so negative and always playing back. The thing I mentioned to Bestie last night as well was we quite often get to the edge of the box and then we pass it back. And I sometimes wish we'd just take it in. You know, just have a go, because you can get tripped. You know what I mean? Why get right to the box and then pass it back? You know, you should be trying to push in there and try and get something. And if you go at the defence in the box, sometimes they'll back off, or they can just catch you and give you a penalty. It's just very odd why we don't, carry on in that position. I can never really understand it. Can we beat Bolton? Yes, of course we can beat Bolton. We've actually beaten Bolton at home quite convincingly twice, once in the cup and once at home. We played very, very well. I think we can beat Bolton. Bristol City 2, Blackburn Rovers. Oh, Bristol beat you, did they? Is that a prediction or is that a score? I don't know. Gary, let me know. Steve Huntley says, really not good enough for the playoffs if we get there. But if we got there, it'd be such a miracle. Maybe it might turn us around. W&G fan says, hey Lee, I'm very concerned that we can't get into the playoffs. Oxford United have got Lincoln and Stevenage after Peterborough. Yes, it's very concerned that we can't get into the playoffs. But Oxford United, I mean, there's quite a lot of tough games. Lincoln have got tough games as well. We actually have the easiest run in, really. And Barnsley aren't playing that great. So, Calvin Lewis here. Ipswich Town versus Watford is 0-0. Kenny Fry said we should have beat them 3-0. Yeah, really. I mean, missing a penalty was... I've kind of watched it on, on YouTube, on Blackpool's channel, and I thought when I was watching it live that the keeper went to the right before Lavery actually hit it, and I thought he could have just shoved it down the other side. But looking at it, I think it was just a great save. It was just a really good. I'm excited for next season. All depends, doesn't it, really? I'd be very excited if we were back in the Championship, but I'm not going to be that excited in League One. It's not a good league to be in. I don't like League One. Paul Sylvester says our better players seem to be the lone ones. That is a concern. Yeah, I think Byers had a good game last night. I think he got man of the match, didn't he, at the end? I can't remember if he did. Obviously, Jordan Rose was great. Dembele, I can't see us signing him. I can't. Yes, now here's the thing. I've already been pulled up on this. It's not a derby. It's not a derby. We can't class it as a derby. It's just a local fixture. A local rivals game, but not a derby. It's the tram stop derby, which is kind of a fake derby. It's certainly, but it's one of those games, as I said in my video, that you don't want to lose. You do not want to get beaten by Fleetwood, not at all. It would be embarrassing, and I think if we had it done, I think it would have really kicked off last night. I believe Critch did fist pumps. I didn't see them. I know I'd walked out just before then. I went over to the Armfield Club actually after the game because they told me they were doing a raffle, and they don't want to come in and film it, but I got in there and there was like nobody upstairs, and it was looking like it was going to be probably about half an hour to an hour before they were ready, and I just needed to get home and get started on the video because I had to be up in the morning for work, and I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to get as much of it done before like midnight as I possibly could. I did it till about 12:30. I finished today at 1 and, about 12:30, started about 1:45 and just got it up in time for this afternoon. I don't think we can even predict that at all, United, at the moment, about being runners up. We've got to get in them first. I mean, Blackpool, if they get in them, they can win them. It's what we do. But it's just getting in them. And I'm not convinced we will get in them, to be honest. So, what were your feelings on the match last night, really? Were you like me? It was very odd, wasn't it? I came out feeling kind of deflated, even though we won, because I kind of wanted us to put a really good performance on. I wanted us to smash Fleetwood. I didn't just want us to beat them 1-0. I was so frustrated with the final ball. There was a ball, I was saying, just before half time that I think Dembele put through to CJ Hamilton, and it looked like some big hand came from above, an invisible hand, and pushed him down to the floor, because I couldn't believe he went down, and he had a great chance to score there. And just the final ball, it's always the same, isn't it? It's never quite there. Kenny Fryer says, I hope Blackpool play Hearts in a friendly. Better than the wee team Hibs. It will be a great weekend. Well, we do seem to do a Scottish friendly, don't we? So maybe it will be the turn of Hearts this time. We did Hibs last time, didn't we? But yeah, Heart of Midlothian. W&G fan says, there's an update from League 2. Stockport is 1 point away from entering League 1. Wrexham are more than a win from moving up with Stockport. Or more than a win with Stockport. And Mansfield have moved back up to 3rd place. 4 go up, though, don't they? Is it 4 go up? Am I right in believing that? 4 go up. Wrexham are going up. Yes, I do believe that. I think Wrexham will be in our league if we're still in it next year. And that's going to be a tough one, isn't it? I've already said I would have loved them to be our owners. Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, they've done a fantastic job there. Yeah, Dave G. Hi, Dave. He says, pretty uninspiring stuff again last night. I think we were lucky to escape with the 3 points. Felt weird driving home last night. No winning feeling buzz. I didn't have the buzz either. I don't think that we were lucky to get the 3 points, though. I don't think we were. I think it was a penalty. I think it was a good save. I think it was a red card. And I think they should have been down to 10 men. And if they'd been down to 10 men, that there wouldn't have been a keeper there to save that shot coming in from Sonny Carey that the keeper saved. It was a great save after that free kick. If he'd not been on the pitch, I think we'd have scored there. They'd have been down to 10 men. It would have never been that end. So we were robbed of a victory by a terrible, by a terrible refereeing decision, which still just makes no sense to me. I don't know how he could not see that as a red. It's not possible. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. Who will win, Derby or Wycombe? Are they playing tonight? I would imagine Derby would. Over Wycombe. I think Derby. Did you all go to the game last night? Did everybody watching go to the game? Did you come out as deflated as obviously I was? Deflated, and Dave G didn't have the winning feeling buzz. Did you have a winning feeling buzz? Did you get the buzz? I was really disappointed that we didn't. But then again, you know, I'm going to give credit where it's due, and I thought Fleetwood played, you know, pretty well for going down side. In fact, they had a lot more fight in them than we had in us when we were dropping out of the Championship without as much of a fight, which was what I was complaining about in my rant video, that they weren't trying like a going down side. And I thought Fleetwood did try, and I thought we were a little bit unlucky when they were through. You know, we were lucky when they were through 1-on-1 with the keeper, and the guy seemed to knock it on. Did he knock it on when he? I don't know what happened there, but I thought they were going to score. So it was a great save from Grim at the end. In fact, 2 good saves from Grim at the end, which you can see on the video, because I was trying to film the final whistle, and I just caught a bit of the action, really, just trying to get because I thought they were going to blow about 2 minutes before he did. There was only 6 minutes, and he seemed to play for about 8. Is it true that if Portsmouth win against Bolton on Saturday, they're up to the Championship next season? I would think that's pretty much true. 2 games to go. I think they'd be clear. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I saw they did score 3 late goals. But yeah, so they brought a lad on, and he scored a 7-minute hat-trick. Just wish we had a striker we could turn to when Plan A wasn't working. That we have been lacking. Indeed, we have. And it's still worrying, a little bit worrying with the Nobbers, isn't it? We need these teams above them to keep winning, because, you know, they're not far out of the playoffs. They're about, well, are they 6 points, 5 points outside the playoffs? But they're still there, aren't they, thereabouts? I don't want them to get in the playoffs, that would be. Who is our least hated rival? Burnley has always been the one that I don't really hate, to be honest. I don't hate Burnley so much. In fact, funnily enough, when Burnley were going to get relegated out of the Football League, I went with my dad to cheer them on. Burnley, we went to cheer them on. We didn't want them to go down. We went to Burnley. We were on the Turf Moor on that day. When they stayed up, it was blooming. Oh my God, it was so stressful. They scored a goal with about 25 minutes to go, and they hung on. But yeah, Blackpool, I think, on that day, I think Blackpool were playing Bury away, and you could have gone to Bury away. It was a nothing game, end of season game, and we just thought we'd go and cheer Burnley along. So Burnley are my least hated, really. Yeah, Byers was really good last night, wasn't he? Hi, Daz. Yeah, I thought it was good and probably well deserving of his man of the match. He just can't score, can he? He had a couple of chances and he fluffed them. It should have been 3. Yeah, I'd have liked it. If it had been 3, I'd have come out really buzzing. But the fact we won 1-0 and, they had a goal disallowed, and I felt a little bit sorry for them. Not a lot, but I felt a little bit sorry for him. I always feel a little bit sorry for Nappers, obviously, because I know him and I know he comes all the time to the Blackpool matches and always loses. So I always feel a bit for him. But I wanted to beat them, I wanted to beat them. But I wanted to beat them well. I wanted a really good buzzing video. And I wasn't buzzing, as you can probably tell at the end of that video. It was just a strange feeling where you'd won the game, but did we play well? I mean, the second half again was not as good as the first. I thought the first we were very much in control. Just the odd breakaway from Fleetwood, and they're always going to get some breakaway, aren't they? But we were pretty dominant in that first half. Great goal from Beasley, by the way. Great crossing from CJ. I know a lot of people slag him off, but he does do good things. And once again, he's up and down, and he's defending, he's attacking. It's no wonder he was tired at the end. I mean, people pointed out that he didn't really chase the guy down for the goal, for the ball that came in. He didn't chase him, but he's probably blooming heck. He's been running up and down, up and down, up and down. Peterborough beating Port Vale 1-0. Yeah, we should have beat Port Vale, shouldn't we? Bloody hell. Would you like to sign any of the Fleetwood? Yeah, there was that big black lad. He looks a good player, actually, to be honest. I don't know what his name was up front, but yeah, he looked pretty dangerous. Yeah, so there we are. Peter Heap says 5 points from 6. They are with a game in hand, but play 6th place Norwich on Saturday. Personally, I can see them getting top 6. Yeah, I know. I can. It's a worry. It's a worry, isn't it? Steve Huntley says, problem as I see it, we rely far too much on loan players. Can't build a good stable team with loan players. No, but we have done this loan thing for quite a number of seasons, and we did get up, didn't we? With Ellis Sims and Embleton in that team that got us promoted. I know Ellis Sims didn't make the final, but he was instrumental in beating Oxford, wasn't he? And so you can do it. You can do it. But I just don't think we're that good a side. W&G fan says, do you think Sheffield Wednesday is going to get relegated this season? In my opinion, they're not. Could get out of it, couldn't they? Did we like last season? No. No, we got relegated. Yeah, Big Dog Walker. Yeah, CJ needs the ball played over the top to run onto and not to his feet on the halfway. Very good point. Yeah, he does. He does need a ball to run onto, but when we put those balls forward, we tend to shove them too far, don't we? Shove them too far. It's the thing we do. Oh, well, we're just discussing that. Yes, we can see the, well, not particularly the mighty, but we can see the Nobbers getting the playoffs, yeah. Yeah, we can. It's certainly doable. You're not, you keep winning, not all the time, but you seem to be getting good results. I mean, that was a great result last night, 4-1. I mean, I know it was only Huddersfield, but I suppose a lot of it could be hinging on the game on Saturday with Norwich and just how the other teams around you go on. If they keep winning, you can't get in. Ideal teams from the Championship would be Rotherham, Wednesday and Huddersfield coming down. That's what you'd like to see, would you? Well, Rotherham are confirmed. Huddersfield look like they could be. I mean, yeah, Blackburn Rovers. They're in trouble, aren't they? Do I think Lincoln will go up? It all depends, really, because Oxford can stop them getting in the playoffs no matter how well they play, because they're, you know, 2 points behind Oxford. So if Oxford can keep winning, then Oxford will be in it. If Oxford don't keep winning and Lincoln sneak in, yeah, I think they've got a great chance. They're on form, aren't they? But we would need Oxford and Lincoln both to muck it up. Big Dog Walker says League One, Stockport, Wrexham and Barrow. Coming up. They'd be all decent sort of games for us, though, wouldn't they? Great result, 3-1, you're staying down. Great result, 3-1. You're staying down. Maybe that's to Anthony. Dennis Stoichkov, we say that? The pundits on TV thought Fleetwood's disallowed goal was onside, having seen the replay. Yeah, I haven't. I can't really tell from that angle on the YouTube video whether he was onside, but I did think at the time he wasn't offside. I've got to admit. Gemma Smith, hello Gemma. We went last night. It was okay. Glad we won with it, but our attacking is letting us down massively. Our defence is really good. We very rarely let goals go past. Yeah, we don't let many in, do we? But yeah, we don't. We just don't look like scoring, do we? And even a penalty, we can't bloody score. So I couldn't believe it. I thought, Christ, we got a penalty, and we still couldn't. We couldn't score that either. You know, Jordan Rolls missed a penalty as well, didn't he? Auntie says, think Blackpool will bottle it. It's not even a case of bottling it, really. We're not in with a chance, really. Other teams have got to bottle it. Even if we win them all, we're still not guaranteed to get through. So, yeah, would be great to get the derby back on. United said Lincoln have got Wigan next, and Wigan do really well against good teams. They didn't look a good team to me, though, Wigan. They didn't look good at all when we played them. We just played terribly. I can't see Lincoln playing as bad as we did. I can't see it. I can't. Huddersfield are going down. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Let's have a look. I've no SIM in my phone, so those knobheads that like to play around with my phone can't play around with my phone when I'm on a live stream, which is always handy, which is good. I don't want people... I don't know, they make my phone ring businesses and stuff, but they can't do it when the SIM's not in. Let's have a look at the championship table. Right, okay. So the championship table at the moment. So at the bottom, Rotherham, yeah, they're rock bottom. Sheffield Wednesday, they've got 43 points and they're 23rd. Huddersfield have got 43 points. Birmingham have got 43 points. So, blimey heck, it's tight down there, isn't it? Plymouth on 45. Stoke 46. Blackburn 46. They're still in trouble if these teams can win a game, Blackburn, aren't they? They're only 3 points above relegation. So that is, yeah. Do you ever do live streams at the match? No, you're not allowed to. Not allowed to live stream live from football. You know, that's illegal. No, you're not allowed to do that. You always do get that one team that enter the playoffs on the very last day of the season. Could that be us? I don't know. Would I like to see Huddersfield relegated? I quite like Huddersfield. I don't have anything against Huddersfield. It would just be another nice, a nice local kind of, it's almost like a derby. It's only an hour away. It's, I would like to see them if we're still in this league, because it'd be a great game to play next season, but it'll be a tough one if they come down. Duncan Wood says, the buzz has gone. I feel it's over the way we are playing. Could be another shown up job on Saturday. Well, I've already said that. We don't play well against these bottom clubs, do we? But we have just beaten 2. So maybe, wins bring confidence. That's the thing. Wins bring confidence. And if we do get a win against Carlisle, you could really see us being very confident against Barnsley. And then it's all down to the last game, isn't it? You never know. Joy Rovers, at least one derby game for you. Yeah, if they come down, would be good. If Bolton stay down as well. Happy's here. Hello, Happy. Hi, Lee. Months ago, Critchley stated that this group of players will get better as the season progresses, and they haven't. He promised attacking football. We don't. How do we believe anything anymore? Well, I'm sure he believed that. It's just not happened, has it? I think I believed he was trying to do that. It's just not worked out in the way he wanted. I'm sure he's disappointed as much as we are, really. Do I think Milton Keynes Dons will get promoted? Let's have a look. I don't even know where they are. Let's have a look where they are. You're asking me questions. I always say on these streams that I only watch Blackpool. I only see Blackpool. I don't see any other games. So asking me, unless you're asking the people in the comments whether they think they will, well, let's have a look at the League 2 table. Right. So yeah, the 4th. They're in 4th, and well, the 4 points clear, aren't they, of 5th? So yeah, they've got a damn good chance, haven't they, Milton Keynes Dons? A really good chance. United to Fleetwood are going down. I can't see them getting out of it, to be honest. I really can't. I can't see them. Surely they won't get out of it. Get out of it. They can't. They must. I mean, they still can. They're not mathematically down, are they? Where are they? Let's have a look. They are now. Port Vale are losing. You see, this is the thing, when you look at the bottom of the league, you're thinking, oh, well, can they make these points up? But the teams in the bottom of the league lose as well, They lose all the time. So if you just do win, you can get out of it. Because Port Vale will probably never win another game. They'll finish on 40. Burton won't win another game. So if the Cods did win 3 out the last 4, that'd take them to 43 points. They get themselves out of it if they don't win, and that's the thing. You can't write them off because these teams at the bottom just can't buy a win. Myson Slater says Blackpool aren't good enough for the Championship. They're in the right league. They are the letdown of Lancashire. Oh, shove it where the sun don't shine, Mason. Seriously. We're the letdown of Lancashire. God. What are you? The success story. Jeez. Do I like Cosvlogs? Yeah, he's great, isn't he? His Ben there, he's brilliant. I've watched his video. He's very knowledgeable, isn't he, on football? I'm not. He knows everything, every player. He was talking about our players. I couldn't talk about any Fleetwood players. I didn't know one of them. I didn't know any of them. I couldn't have told you any of the Fleetwood team at all. He knew all our players. He talked even better than I did about them. He was, in the match, if you watch him, he's talking about Blackpool players, whereas I didn't know any Fleetwood players. Peter Heap says, thinks this season will be easier to go up than next. With the 3 Championship teams coming down and the likes of Stockport and Wrexham coming up, it will be a lot tougher than this season. Yeah, it could be a really tough season. Yeah, we should have really got up this season. It wasn't that difficult. And the teams that came down as well with us, Wigan and Reading, both with points deductions and never been in it, have they? So we had a great chance, didn't we? W&G fan says Milton Keynes Dons aren't getting promoted. Stockport, Wrexham and Mansfield are all to promotion, and Crewe is going to win the playoff. Okay, so yeah, of course it's 3 automatic, isn't it, and 1 in the playoff. So maybe not. You reckon Crewe? Okay. Gemma Smith says we shouldn't keep on taking on past managers. They always end up worse than the first time they were here. Yeah, it does feel that way, doesn't it? I mean, but then somebody was pointing out to me in the chat that Critch, in the comments on the last video, that Critch has got the best record of any manager in the last, I don't know how many years. He's got one of the best managerial records. Even this season, it's still head and shoulders above anybody else we've had since Holloway. Really, it's been really good. Big Dog Walker says, don't think we're going up. However, would like Portsmouth, Derby and Automatic and Peterborough to go up. Yeah. Kieran Baines is here. Hello, Kieran. You're moving house tomorrow. Half a story, Kieran. Where are you moving to? Let us know. Do you think Wigan will get relegated? Why would I think that? They're nowhere near relegation. Wigan? Not even. They're safe, I think, aren't they? Wigan would have a look. I've got to check it. Where are Wigan in the table? Wigan are on 53 points. So, in answer to your question, no. Michael Haig is here. Nappers is the Bible of League One and League Two football. Yes, he is. He's almost like Rain Man, isn't he, on it with his knowledge, you know what I mean, of what he knows. I don't go into it that deep. I didn't even know they played in that Peppermint Green as a away strip. That was a shock to me. I don't really know any. I couldn't go on. I know he does like a League One show. I couldn't imagine me being on that. Can you imagine me being on that with that zero knowledge? Zero knowledge of League One. But it won, didn't it? It might feel like it's polluted, but it was actually winning football and it should have been easier. I think Wigan will surprise us next season. Yeah, I think Wigan will be a lot better next season. I mean they did well, didn't they? They had a massive points deduction. They got out of that and they've got themselves to 53 points. So they're not at that. How many points did they get taken off them? Was it 12? They start minus 12. Can't remember, on minus 10, but whatever they've done very well. Well, they don't, Mason. They don't get battered on and off the pitch, do they? We won last night, so you're just talking bollocks. Dalek says, what's your favourite away ground whilst watching Blackpool? What's my favourite away game? I think, well, yes, definitely Swansea's ground was amazing. It was just so amazing. It was the most spacious ground I've ever been in. There's like a level of a concourse that goes right around the middle, in between like the upper tier and the lower tier. There's this big walkway round, and there's like disabled access, and the seats are comfy, and you know, you walk in and it's a really massive, as you walk in, it's a big massive space to walk into the ground. It's not like going through a little corridor. It's just huge and open. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. Big Dog Walker. Well, all our set pieces, really, don't we? We really need to work on our corner taking and our set pieces. It's dreadful. I hate when we defend corners when we have no one on the halfway line to encourage a counter. Yeah, I mean, what is the point? You might as well put Dembele up, and that would stop them piling everybody up, because you couldn't leave Dembele on his own up at halfway line, and he's not big enough, really. Ian Everett or John Messino? We love Ian Everett here. We love Ian Everett. Everett's one of ours. He's Blackpool. We love him. Duncan Wood says, when players leave, what type of players are we going to attract? Is Simon going to show ambition, or will we be buying League Two players? Well, if you remember rightly, when we got promoted last time, we got Keshi Anderson and Jerry Yates from League Two, and they were a revolution. You know, they were a revelation, should I say. They were brilliant, and I think the scouts and the people that bring these players in have got to be really good to find you those players that are basically League Two players that are good enough to play in the Championship. Really, that's the kind of players we're looking for, isn't it? League Two sort of cost, good enough to play in the Championship, never mind League One. And Jerry Yates wasn't he? And Keshi Anderson was as well. It was just a shame Keshi got all the injuries he did. But, yeah, that's the kind of player I think we're looking for. Well, we didn't really, did we get out of jail? I thought we were robbed. I thought that was a sending off for that keeper. I thought we were robbed. I did. I thought we were robbed of going out to 10 men, and that keeper then pulled a wonder save off. So, no. And the fact that the referee let them keep 11 men on, we nearly did succumb to a goal, didn't we? But, we deserved that, because it was a red card for me. Yes, I often watch England. Peter Heaps has seen over the weekend that Preston do the Gentry Day to remember the ones that have passed away. Why can't Blackpool do something like that? I think it's great. Come on, Lee, sort something out. Buddy, well, if I had any influence on the club in any way, yeah. I wouldn't want to be the Blackpool fan that copied Preston. But yeah, it's very good. It's a very good thing. Kieran Bain said he had to hide after the Ipswich derby defeat living in Norwich. Yes, I could imagine that was torture. Michael Hayes says Barnsley going on the slide at present. You never say never, but highly unlikely. Yeah, well, if we beat Carlisle, Barnsley don't turn up, and it all hinges on the very last day of the season. It could be very exciting. I wasn't going to go to Reading, but if there's a chance on the last day, I might end up going. I might go. Blackpool need to sign Mbappe. They certainly do. WG fan is asking Kieran Baines if he thinks Ipswich is going to get promoted. They've got a good chance, haven't they? says the moaning knobbers who moan all the time. Yeah, you're always complaining yourself. It's no good slinging mud when honestly. PNE Online, Jesus Christ almighty. You're having a laugh. You moan all the time. Jesus. Oh, God. Big Dog Walker says, our loan signings have generally been great under Critchley. Yes, it's not particularly moaning either. It's just pointing out the fact that we didn't really play that well and we really, want to see better football. It's just not great football. It just wasn't good football. Am I mates with different football vloggers? Yeah, I'm mates with Dor on tour from Nottingham Forest. Talk to him quite a lot. Jake, who's Punk Chef from Sheffield Wednesday. I used to do the Football Vloggers podcast. Used to have them on. I used to have 18 Dapper, who's Doncaster Rovers fan. They used to be on all the time. Cod's Vlogs, he was on. I've got on very well with Forest Fan TV and Wolfie. Done a few videos with him. Yeah, so I know quite a few of them, but you don't get to meet them all. Yes, you have got a great chance to get promoted, haven't you, Kieran? Yeah, can someone come and kick the knobber out of the chair? He's just annoying, isn't he? He's just like, Blackpool moan all the time, yeah. Not as much as they do on PNE Online, that's for sure. Ben says, if we play anything like we played against Norwich, we won't. Well, that's always the thing, isn't it? I mean, but you're not doing so bad, are you? Let's have a look at the championship table while we're here. Let's have a look. So where are we? Let's have a look at it. Table. Right. So at the moment, Leicester are top with 88, and Ipswich are second with 88. But they're drawing at the moment. So if they win, they could go 2 points above Leicester, but they'll have played. Will that be? Are they on 42 now? Is that counting in the live play tonight's match? They're playing Watford, aren't they, at the moment? Surely you can beat Watford. It's between you and Leeds, isn't it? Really, I would say. Yeah, you and Leeds. Leeds are giving you a run for your money. Yeah, the 0-0. Do you know any Wigan fans? Yeah, I do. I know. I used to work with him and for him. He used to be my agent, and he also used to be the king at Park Hall when I used to do the discos there, the medieval banquets. I did them for like 17 years with Andy Gaskell, and he was the stadium announcer at Wigan. And I used to get quite a bit of work doing discos at Wigan's ground. They have a couple of concert rooms, and they're on the ground floor, dead easy loading. One at either end. I've done school balls there, and they have some, and they do disco sometimes up in the the sponsors' lounges thing as well up there. I've done quite a lot of work at Wigan. NA says, is it worth us keeping Joseph into next season, or should we sell him in the summer? Is it? Well, you can only sell him if somebody wants to buy him. He's been a big disappointment this season, but then maybe I think he has got potential. I just think it's not been a great season for him. He's not really got a good run in the team, not like a full run in the team. Kouassi the same. He's not got a run in the team. I think both of those have got potential, to be honest. No, I keep hold of him, but I don't think anybody's going to come in and be chomping at the bit to sign a striker that's only scored 2 goals. He's not going to be hot property, is he? Michael Haig says, personally, I think we need a clear out with 2 more forwards, midfield, the centre-back, and you need to get back to playing 4-4-2 with 2 good wide men. Well, there is going to be a clear out, isn't there? We know that. So maybe all those positions will be filled. Fleetwood or PNE? Fleetwood or PNE in what way? We hate PNE more. Darlett says, I've heard rumours that Reading fans are planning a big demonstration at our game, so it might be a short watch for any of our visiting fans. If true, that will be a nightmare, won't it? Especially if it's, you know, if they do disrupt the game and we can't finish it, and it's all affects our chances of a playoff. Fleetwood have really kind of got, Peter, you're kind of right. Fleetwood have got battered everywhere they go. This season it's been pretty bad, hasn't it? I mean, at one time they were losing, weren't they? 3-0 and 4-0 or whatever every week. It was awful. They were letting goals for fun. Steve Hunt, this is short. I read somewhere that Joseph is one of the highest paid players in the league. We don't give any information out from this club about anything, do we? Wages or anything else. So I don't know how anybody would know it. He is. I doubt he is. Anthony says, yeah, Preston fan in peace, but funny seeing you in League One and staying there. Oh, not necessarily. There's still 3 games to go. We're still in with a chance. And you might be in the playoffs, so the Championship might not be for you. You could get in the Premier League, so who knows? It's all conjecture at the moment, isn't it? Yeah, Joseph did start the season in November, and he has the potential. I kind of think he has. Yeah, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be disappointed in that one. I wouldn't. I'm sorry, Lavs, but I wouldn't. Although, like, you know, if you watch Cod's Vlogs video, he was raving about Rivalry, saying he'll run through a brick wall for you. But I always say he does a lot of running around, but without the ball. But I thought he had one of his best games last night. There was a couple of things he did down the wing, keeping the ball in, that were brilliant. And you know, even getting the penalty. It was just a shame he had to miss the penalty. That it would have done him the world of good. Yeah, well, we haven't lost without him in. We've just won 2 games without Norburn, and I don't think he's. I think he's awful. I don't know whether he's playing to a script which is written for him, and he has to play the way he does. But he's so negative and backwards all the time. He just stops. He stops any progress. We've looked. I mean, that first half again last night, we looked as dominating as we did in the first half against Cambridge the week before, where we were picking up everything, and we were really camped in their half, and they were struggling to get out, and we kept, getting the ball off them, and I think we play much better without Norburn in, I've got to say. Yeah, he shouldn't be capped so many players yet. Big Dog Walker agrees. Lavery, Connolly and Virtue surplus to requirements. They've got to be. Oh, Carl from from the Toon Army. Nice to see you, Carl. Thank you very much. I don't know how you've ended up on talking a Blackpool Fleetwood stream. You have to let me know how you've ended up here. Why you would be here, I don't know. But anyway, it's nice. It's nice to, I used to do the Football Tourist Guide, and we quite often had Sharky in from, what was his channel called now? I can't think what it's called. I've not spoke to him for a while, but yeah, he's a Newcastle fan with a YouTube channel. Maybe a loan to League Two or the National League would be good for Joseph next season for regular first-team action. I don't think that will be the plan for him. I think there will be a plan for him to become the main striker. I would think. I would think they're eyeing him up. He's still a young kid. I mean, he's on the start of the video, and if you see before the match, you see how young he is. He's only young. WG fan says, you know what? I hope Fleetwood get relegated. That way, there'll be 3 tiers of football in just about a few miles. Football in League One, Blackpool in League One, Fleetwood in League Two, and AFC Fylde in the National League. Yeah. Yes, it would just be nice to... I just hate the tram stop derby. Thomas Hines says he thinks Joseph is a good player. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think he's got potential. Dart says all the best to you and Jane for the Summer League. We'll look forward to your chats next season. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Peter Donnelly says, what about Bamber Bridge, Chorley, etc.? Lavery's offside too many times for Big Dog Walker. And yes. Stephen, there's no point in running through a brick wall if you're going to be concussed on the other side. Boom, boom, indeed. Gives away far too many free kicks and not enough goals, indeed. Michael Haig says, Norburn is our Achilles heel in midfield. The crab, just like Barry back pass. Ferguson, indeed. I just think he's just too slow. I don't think he's a great captain. I don't think he's in the ear of the referee enough, shouting at them enough. I don't think he wants the ball enough. I don't think he does enough forward stuff with the ball when he's got it. It's all backwards. I just don't think he has been a great signing. But I don't know whether he's playing to instruction. Jake Lawson says, how much do you think we got for Kenny Dougal since the amount was undisclosed? I doubt it was hardly anything, really, to be honest. Also, Dembele is our best this season. He's amazing. He is. And he's our only hope in midfield attacking-wise. He is. So God help us. But then again, we've got Rob Apter to come back. All right, okay. Carl says his family's from Blackpool and he always has a soft spot for the pool. Oh. Right, well, nice to meet you, Carl. Thanks for coming in the stream. Aidan, I wouldn't want him. Would we want to sign Fleetwood's keeper Lynch? Well, I don't... Was he any better than Grimmy on the night? I don't know. But, yeah, I thought he kept him in it, didn't he, really? I mean, he saved a penalty. He was lucky, though, not to go off. It was a red card. Matthew McLullich says, husband would make a much better captain than Norburn, in my opinion. I agree with you. Husband has been great, hasn't he? Michael Hayes says, don't forget subscribers. Lee Charles is still looking for a sponsor for next season. Yes, I am. I can't afford to do it all next season. There's a problem with me and Jane, which Jane doesn't want to be with me anymore, so I'm kind of having to do all this on my own from now on. I'm not going to be able to afford to do it all if I don't get a sponsor because I've got to work. I just have to work to pay it all. So yeah, if anybody out there wants to sponsor us, then please get in touch with me so I can do it if you want me to keep doing it. But I won't be doing as much next season because I can't. I'm working on a Sunday as well. So I've got a little job delivering with Every, and you get £1 a parcel on a Sunday. So I'm going to have to do that to try and make more money. And I just can't I can't get the videos ready, do a disco on a Saturday night, get up. I can't do it. So it's going to be a problem next season unless I can get a sponsor. Thomas Hines says, I think Norburn was a big part of our loss against Wigan. Yes. I wish you hadn't played against Wigan. I think he was as well. Michael Haig says, I know, but it's all reported. Reported where, Michael? Where's it been reported? I love this. It's been reported, but where? Because the club don't disclose anything. So who's reported it? Was it his girlfriend on Facebook? Don't know. Yeah, Scrimmy did pull off a wonder save at the death. In fact, he kind of did 2 really great saves. The one where he spilled it a little bit and then had to quickly get up and get to it before that Fleetwood player came in. It was really close. It was very close. Right, we have been on over an hour. I've got nothing else to say about it, really. I thought I was happy with the win. Disappointed with the performance, if I'm being honest. Disappointed with the refereeing decisions again. I thought it was a red card. Disappointed for Lavery that he didn't score the penalty. Would have done him the world of good. And I just came out feeling odd. And you can tell at the end of my video, if you haven't watched my video yet. And please do watch my videos, by the way. And do like them. It all helps the YouTube algorithm. Watch it all the way through. Watch it. And if you haven't got time to watch it all the way through, just watch it on your phone and turn your phone on silence and just let it run all the way through. It helps me. Big Dog Walker says the possibility of Grimmy, Marv and Gabriel attracting championship and being sold would generate potential massive funds. Well, I think, isn't Marv out of contract? I think Gabriel, are they out of contract? Are they all out of contract? I don't know. Are those 3 out of contract? I don't know. Let me know. Oi, E says, yes. Lee, is Violet Dolan says, Blackpool get battered everywhere they go. Coming on a stream where Blackpool won last night. Violet, do keep up. It was in the Bible of football. Yeah, I don't believe. Honestly, nobody knows. No fucker knows. Basically, and if they say they are, they don't, because they don't disclose a bloody thing. The only people that will know are the people that were involved in the deal, or Kenny Dougal's girlfriend, who was prepared to tell everybody he was off to Thailand when the club was saying he was having family problems or something, wasn't it? It was quite funny, really. I think the club were really disappointed that she was mouthing off on YouTube about it all, wasn't they? They weren't happy. Well, hey, I think that's it, folks. Yes, Violet Dolan. Blackpool get battered everywhere they go. And we're discussing a win. It's almost like you're not aware of reality, Violet. Not aware of reality. Right, thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm going to get off. I'm going to hope we beat Carlisle. I'm going to hope that turns us into Real Madrid with 3 wins on a bounce and we suddenly find this unbelievable form. We smash Barnsley. I did hear it's got the go ahead. Is it absolutely, because I think it's been agreed by Wyreborough Council, but it's still got to be agreed by Blackpool Council, so we're not quite there yet, but they are saying it will take 2 years to build, which is great. I think it'll do wonders for the club when it happens. I think it's the one thing we're lacking, that sort of, places for all the academies to train, and it will get the academy to a better level, which will get us a better level of academy kids coming in, players coming in, and maybe we'll start to see the fruits of these young kids and start to see some actual natural grown talent coming through to play for Blackpool. Would be great. Thanks a lot, everyone. Cheers, Thomas. Thank you very much. Cheers, Steve. Sorry to break the news about Jane, but I soldier on my own, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you like this. Make sure you watch the matchday video and just keep supporting us and helping us. And like Michael's saying, if you know anybody who wants an advert for the business, wants to do some sponsorship to get their business promoted on Lee Charles TV, help me out, then please do. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next one. I'm not going to Carlisle because I'm having to work. I've got a couple of discos to do this weekend, so I can't go. But if you are going, hope you enjoy it. Hope we win. See you later. Take care, everyone.